Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If this is your first time here, welcome. I hope that you guys enjoy what you see. For all of the world to me, I I really appreciate it. My cat's being weird. We're gonna try that again. Yay, Moki's been a little insane today. All right, well, just the gist of it. Thank you guys for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that like button right now. All right, so today I'm going to talk to you guys about Samhain. And I can hear all of you cringing out there because I do understand I'm mispronouncing it. I am so sorry. I can hear all my Irish friends typing right now saying, Lisa, what are you doing? I'm sorry, guys. I acknowledge the fact that I don't know how to pronounce Samhain correctly, but I try. That's what we're going to discuss today is Samhain and some traditions that go along with it. Now, these are things that I have done in the past, currently do, or have been suggested to try, which is great. I just want to let you guys know first that these are just suggestions, things that I have done. This is not telling anybody that they have to do these things. Um, you can do whatever you want in order to celebrate, or you don't have to celebrate at all. If it's not part of you, it's not part of you. If it doesn't call to you, it doesn't call to you. But I'm a practicing pagan witch, so this is a big time of year for me. I do follow the wheel of the year, and the fact that Halloween falls on a blue moon this year is amazing. So if you guys don't know what a blue moon is, I'm sure you do, but it's just the second full moon in a calendar month. So it's really cool that it's falling on this day. Um, so Samhain is technically 3 days: the 30th, the first, the 30th, the 31st, and the first. Um, this is when the worlds, this world and the next world, have the thinnest veil between them, meaning that you should be able to communicate with spirits of your lost loved ones, and that includes pets. It's a beautiful time of year. This is the celebration of the darkness. Now, that may sound strange or scary to some people, but it's not. You have to celebrate the dark in order to have the light. And to celebrate the dark, we light up things like bonfires. We, if it was back in the day, we would have had a great slaughter and have gotten prepared for winter. This would be days and days of preparation, and at the end, we would have a feast. Celebrate all of this. Now, Samhain is usually on the day that is closest to the full moon. So this is great that Halloween is on a full moon night. So very, very cool. Um, this is the exact opposite of Beltane. Beltane is in the spring, so that's when you celebrate life and renewal and rebirth. In Samhain, we celebrate the passing of our loved ones, the part of the cycle which is the most difficult but necessary. We say goodbye to the trees and the crops and the beauty of part of the world while it goes to sleep. It will wake back up in Beltane. The story of Persephone is one of my favorite stories, where she is in Hades for part of the year and walking on Earth the rest of the year. It's time for Persephone to go back to the underground, the underworld. She'll be back in the spring. So some of the things that you can do to celebrate are bonfires. They're very easy. Bonfires, if it's possible, grilling outside even. If you can do a safe bonfire, try it out. Have fun with it. Celebrate. Celebrate. Um, give thanks. This is an important time to give thanks to the abundance that we had this season. So from Beltane to now, give thanks for what we have had and mourn the loss of what we didn't and what we have lost. With a big feast comes two things that you can do. I recommend doing them both, but you can do a share. So you take parts of your dinner, your feast, and put them outside for the elements to share with Mother Nature and animals who need it. Try to make sure it's as safe as possible for all those animals, no bones, things like that. The other thing you can do is have a dumb dinner. Now, I don't mean dumb dinner in the sense of the traditional word. I mean dumb where you are not speaking, but you are listening. You are at a table where you are all silent and you all listen for your ancestors. It's almost a meditation with a meal. It's quite interesting. Um, this is something that I do. I undo everything that I did in the spring as far as preparations and stuff like that backwards. So, for example, I made jars over the spring. I'm not one of the people that keep my jars all year round. I keep them by seasons and I release them. So I went and released all of my jars. I have a special way that I do it. I don't really, I'm not going to get into details because that's very personal, and everybody can have their own way of doing it and be just fine. But I release and then I reset. So I release all of the jars that I had over the spring to now, and I know what they are. I know what their purpose is for, and I release them, and then I reset them to something different. And usually those are anywhere from blessings for the house, protection for the house, sweet jars for certain people. You know, it's an interesting process, and I really like doing it. I just literally do it backwards than what I did during Bellatine. Um, this is also honor your deity time. So there's a rich history of Samhain, and it actually predates Christianity. I am not going to go into all of the details about it because there is so much. It actually gets muddled. Even though paganism came first, Christianity borrowed very hard against it in order to get pagans to convert to Christianity easier, because you will have things that um, that are familiar to you if you converted from paganism to Christianity. That is the purpose of holding on to the Halloween tradition. Please do your research on that, because it's a lot, and there's a lot of fascinating things out there. But one of the reasons why we dress up is pagans, twofold. Pagans honored their deities, so they dressed up as them in order to honor them. My deity is Beatrice, and while I don't dress up as her, I do honor her. And I'm not gonna. I don't show people her. I don't show people my altar. But that's something also that you can do, is update your altar, and give some sort of thanks or offerings to your deity. The second fold of dressing up during this time is to dress up in your intentions for the next year. For example, you're a student and you want to be a teacher, dress up as a teacher. You know, these types of things have happened for centuries and centuries. And at some point, there was a rumor that went around that you dressed up in order to disguise yourself from evil spirits wandering the world, because this is when the veil is the thinnest. That way, they'll see you as a different type of creature, but they won't see you as a human being and they won't grab you and take you to hell. I don't know the whole background on that, but that is pretty modern. That's a modern thing. Um, so definitely feasting is great, having a fire is great. Things that we're already doing is actually part of Samhain, like bobbing for apples and making apple pie. You use stuff that's seasonal. So apples is seasonal right now. So you use to make apple cider, apple pie, apple crisp, things like that. Gourds, pumpkins, anything like that. You carve your pumpkins, your scary faces or your awesome faces, because that's part of it. Just to be clear and make this very, very crystal clear to people, that Devil's Night has nothing to do with paganism, witchcraft, nothing. Devil's Night is a very modern thing. And it used to be called Goosey Night or Mischievous Night. This is when little kids would go and play harmless pranks. And this eventually turned into trick or treating. But some really nasty people have turned this goosey night, this mischievous night, into something incredibly dark and disgusting. And, places like Detroit, which is one of the biggest places for Hell Night, um, they burn it. People riot. They just do a lot of terrible, terrible things and use Devil's Night as an excuse. There is no devil in the craft, as far as what I believe. Other people may or may not, but is what I believe. There is no devil in the craft, and we don't support that. And I can pretty much say a lot of us don't support it. This is a modern invention, and it has nothing to do with paganism, Wicca, witchcraft, anything like that. That is something that has developed over the years, independent from this holiday. So we also do not condone the murder of black cats. And this is also something that is a completely modern thing. People murder black cats because they believe the black cats are the witch's familiar. There is no excuse for this type of violence. It's disgusting and it's not condoned. And trust me, if I hear or find somebody doing that, you'll be reported or you'll be stopped. And good luck with that. Don't mess with a witch, especially when it comes to animals. We don't do sacrifices. Again, I'm saying in general. I'm not gatekeeping here, but there's a majority of us who do not condone this type of violence, that we do not condone the murder of innocent black cats, and we want to make sure that Devil's Night is not mixed up in this holiday of Samhain. It's completely different. So, yeah, I just really wanted to get that out there, because no cats need to suffer, none, for a weird superstition. Okay, very cool. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learning a little bit about Samhain. It's just some of the traditions that I do, and remember, everything that I say here is from my point of view, my perspective. While I might have made some broad statements about certain things, it still is my opinion. So don't forget, you do you, and whatever you do is correct for you. Just harm none. Harm none. Okay? Alright. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I will return tomorrow for a live reading. I am hoping to do 2. We'll see what happens. But I will post times tomorrow, and I'll be doing live readings for my viewers, and then I will be, if I don't have any viewers, I'll just be doing some live channeling. All right. Before I go, earrings, necklace by Melissa Blue Delish, and my spooky nose ring is from Body Candy, and if you use Lisa T Break 25, you'll get 25% off of your purchase. I will leave that into the description box. Um, I am booking readings, so you can reach me at www.lisatbrink.com, or you can email me with questions on how to get a reading, and you can check that out on my page as well. So, everybody, have a good night. Remember that every single day is a gift. Use your time wisely. Bye for now.